First is cruelty and abuse. We all suffer because of each other in marriage, and suffering is one thing, but the other is where it becomes abusive, physically, mentally, emotionally, verbally. And for whatever reason, a person becomes abusive, and I just want to say this very clearly, don't stay in an abusive relationship. Abuse means damage. It means that the grace is not there, and either mentally or verbally or physically, you're being abused in a certain manner that is damaging you, and you need to tell your spouse, I won't put up with this. Is you have to change your behavior or I'm going to leave. I'm not saying you divorce, but I'm saying you find a safe place to be where you and maybe your children are not being damaged and you're not under that influence. And from that safe place, maybe your spouse has to leave, but from that safe place, you appeal to your spouse and say, I love you, but you have to go get help. You're going to have to learn to deal with your issues in a constructive manner. And if you get help, and when you get help, we'll start talking about restoring our relationship, because I love you and I'm committed to our relationship, but I'm not going to be your whipping post. I'm not going to let you use me to ventilate your anger in a wrong way for whatever reason that you have that anger, and make them get help and accountability. There has to be a person before you come back into the relationship. There has to be real change, and there has to be a person that they're accountable to, not you, a person that they're accountable to. And I said this in a previous session, the first time you're a victim, the second time you're a volunteer. And if you let somebody abuse you, it only gets worse, and you have to stand up to that. But that's another type, obviously, of destructive behavior, and it can be a woman or a man. And I know little women who hit their husbands when they get mad, and they become physically violent. But obviously, more times than most, it is a man doing it. But you have to stand up to that. Now,